Thanks for joining me on the Peace and Parenting podcast. I'm so glad you're here.
Being emotional is not the same thing as being fragile. We live in a world that's uneasy with emotional discomfort. We've been taught that being emotionally healthy means that you need to be happy all the time. But here's the truth. Allowing space for sadness, for worry, for anxiety, that actually is emotional strength. You are supposed to feel upset in upsetting situations. So are our children. It doesn't mean that something's wrong with you or something's wrong with your kids because you feel upset. It means you're human. Our children need to know that in their hard moments, it's okay for them to have their feelings, no matter if we agree with those feelings or not, because hiding those feelings is how they begin to distrust themselves and how they begin to distrust the idea of feelings. I know many of us feel like we distrust ourselves and our feelings because we weren't allowed to have them growing up. I remember countless situations where my daughters have come home upset, from having an upsetting moment with a friend to failing a grade, failing a class. Right now, Pia's having a really hard time in school and she's not doing well at math and she's so upset with herself. And instead of going to this place of, oh, you're fine and let's help you fix it and what can we do for tutoring and how can you get extra time with your teacher after school, and going to problem solving before I even do any of that, I get connected with myself and I try to tell myself, this is okay. This is okay for her not to be doing not to be doing well. And this is okay for her to struggle in this moment. And I can be in her struggle with her and give her the understanding that I believe that her struggle is real. I'm right here. This sounds really hard. I'm going to stay with you and leave the problem solving to her. At this age, I know she can get there. And for younger kids, leaving that problem solving to a later date, to a time where everyone's feeling a bit better. I gave her the permission to feel mad at herself, to feel upset about how she's doing in school. And I really tried to allow her space to just not do well and to sit in that not do well instead of trying to fix it. But what's wrong in our society is that we've learned to fear emotions, especially the uncomfortable ones. But emotions are not our enemy. Happiness is not the only marker of emotional health. A child who's anxious before a test, it's normal. A parent who feels exhausted after a hard day, that's real. Feeling deeply doesn't make you fragile. It doesn't make you a snowflake. It makes you attuned to what matters. As a parent, your job isn't to keep your child happy all the time. It's to help them become whole and feel all the feelings of the spectrum. It's our job to make sure they aren't scared of their feelings, that they recognize them, that they are attuned to them, that they are accepting of their own feelings. If this resonates with you, if this idea is something that you feel you can get on board with, and you want to be a more calm and confident leader, you can download my Empowering Parenting Guide. It's free and filled with practical tools to help you stay grounded, even in emotional storms. You'll find the link in the show notes, so grab it now. What if we stopped seeing, though, these tears and this upset and these hard moments as weakness? What if we saw them as a moment to connect? What if we saw them as a moment to form a more deeply bonded relationship with our child? What if we thought, oh my gosh, I have a unique opportunity right now to up the ante in the relationship I share with my child? because I can come to them with empathy and understanding and be the soft place where they can land, like at Pia right now, where she's having a hard time in school. Can I be her soft place so that we can form connection, so that I can be there for her in her really hard moments, and she's going to remember that. That's going to be something that she takes with her. You don't really have to have the perfect words or the right script. You don't need like this big solution in the moment. Sometimes it's just a matter of being there and being a truly present, supportive, kind, loving person, even in hard moments. It's one of the most powerful things we can do. It's one of the most powerful things I feel from my family, from my closest confidants. So try this next time. When your child is upset, instead of jumping in with, "You're okay, everything's fine," say, "I know this is hard. I can see that. And I'm right here." Watch this hard situation, difficult moment turn into a place of connection, because that's really what part of connected parenting is navigating these hard parenting moments with understanding. And that understanding forms deep bonded relationships. Just imagine when you're having a hard time and someone comes to you and is there for you. What does that feel like? So here's my challenge for you this week. Let your child feel whatever it is, even if you think that feeling is unwarranted, even if you think that feeling is not important, even if you think that feeling is wrong. I had a client the other day and her son really wanted to play and they couldn't play because they ran out of time. And he was furious, kicking and screaming and rolling around on the lawn. And he was so upset. And the mom was really trying to tell him, "Well, we can play later and there's always time to play. And I'm sorry this happened, but we'll make it up," instead of just being there. "Ah, yes. You having a hard time. You really wanted to play. We didn't get to play. I get that you're upset." And this sweet mom, she just wanted to fix it for her kid, right? She just wanted him to feel better because she wanted him to be happy. And we all want our kids to be happy, but I don't know if that is always the goal. Maybe the goal is to lean into the sadness. Maybe the goal is to lean into the hard moments. So can you be strong and confident and empathic towards your child, even if you're feeling anxious inside and even if you're having a hard time with those feelings? Can you model self-regulation and resilience? Can you show them that you are their strong pillar? I think you can. If you want to build a deeper connection with your kids, please listen to the other podcasts. The first 20 are amazing. They're a great place to get the tools that you need to start parenting with connection. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you can reframe the idea that we don't really always want to, fix things for our kids, and that this emotionality that we have isn't being fragile. It's living in a world with the discomfort and getting through the discomfort so that we can better experience it in life, so that we can be resilient around it. Thanks for joining me on the Peace and Parenting podcast. I'm so glad you are here. And I'll see you next time.